We did it! I am using a iPad Pro. This is gonna cut our stickers. And then I click on a flat graphic. I'm gonna put it in the printer. There's no dust on here. Also kind of a sturdy, nice sticker. Hi, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Thuvan. I have a small sticker shop which is called Phamily Studios, and today I want to show you how I make my own die-cut stickers at home. So the first thing that I need to make stickers is obviously my iPad. I am using a iPad Pro. I think this is the first generation, which is from 2018 or something. I'm using the second generation Apple Pencil with that, and I have this little grip from Paperlike on it so that I can hold my pen a little bit better. I draw on the app called Procreate, which is where I make all my sticker designs on. Today I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna turn this design into a die-cut sticker. Besides my iPad, I also use a MacBook Pro. This is what I use to open the Cricut Design Studio so I can print and cut my stickers. This is the printer that I'm currently using. This is the Canon Pixma 1X6850. It's a really big printer. I'm not sure if you really need a big printer like this, but I looked up some creators that I like and they were also using this printer, so I just went with this one as well. Because we're gonna use it later, I'm gonna turn it on right now. The last device that is very important is this Cricut machine. This is the Cricut Joy Extra, and this is gonna cut our stickers the way we want it. So for now, those are the tools that I'm using to make the die-cut stickers at home. Let's get into the first step. Once I have my design, I need to make an outline for my design as well. So we're gonna draw that together. So here we have my cute design. I'm gonna take away the background color to see what we're working with. This is basically the sticker, and what we want to do is we're gonna make a white border. First, I'm gonna add all the layers together, and I'm gonna remove the sketch that was underneath it. Then I'm gonna add another layer, and I'm gonna drag the layer underneath the artwork. For the outline, I like to use the monoline, and I'm gonna do it with a white outline. I'm also using the drawing assist on this layer as well because I also made my artwork with the drawing assist. Basically what you want to do is you want to start doing this, but then a little bit more neatly maybe. Because this is gonna be how they are gonna cut the line. To show you guys real quickly, so you want to make that outline and then you want to fill in what you just did, and then you have the nice white background. And this is to make sure that the Cricut will notice that they only need to cut the outline and nothing else in the artwork. I'm going to redraw this outline right now just to make it more perfect. I made two versions of the outline. One is this one, which is just very sleek and very easy for the Cricut to cut. And the other one is like this, which goes along with the shape of the artwork. I think I like this one the most, so we're gonna go with this one. Delete that one. And this is basically the final design. Instead of using this design, I'm gonna duplicate this design. More duplicate. I'm gonna call this final, so I know which one is the final one. And then in here, I'm gonna make this one piece. I'm making this one piece so that the Cricut knows it only has to do the outline. I'm going to export this to my laptop now in PNG. So we're now moving on to the Cricut Design Space. This is what the Cricut Design Space looks like, and this is one of the projects that I did for my previous shop update. The reason why I'm looking at this is because I wanted to see the size reference for the sticker. So this is a 5.5 centimeter by 6.96 centimeters. So this part is 5.5 centimeters, and the reason why I'm looking at this is because I want to decide the size for the sticker that we're gonna make today. I think if we look at the real life size, 5.5 centimeters might be a little bit too big for my liking. So we're gonna put it down to 5 centimeters. So I will do 5 centimeters in height and it will give an automatic width with it. So basically how I start a project is I made a new collection for the new shop update. And then if I want to make something new, I will click on new project and that will, and a blank canvas. So then you have this, and then I will upload an image that I just airdropped to myself, which is going to be this one. And then I click continue, and then you get this, and that's good. You click apply and continue, and then I click on a flat graphic, continue. And then you can give it a name and you can add it to a collection. So I'm going to add it to the shop updates collection. And I'm going to keep the name as is. I'm going to upload it. And this is the image that we have on our canvas right now. And it's really, really big. And as you can see, it's also too big to be cut. That's why there's a warning sign on the right side. So we're going to adjust this to the 5 centimeter height. It's currently 35 centimeters. That's because I'm using really good quality this time around. I'm gonna put it to 5, and then we have this. Super cute, very small, and it already has the outline. So what I need to do is I'm gonna put it over here, and I need to, let me see, it's already on the print and cut setting, so that's good. So let's see how many of these I can put into one file. I'm gonna copy and paste it, and then put it next to this. Not too close because it does need some space for cutting. We're gonna remove one row and then we'll do this and we'll attach it all. So now everything is attached, and what that does for your stickers is that whenever you're gonna make it, it doesn't go into a random spot. If you don't attach them, they can end up on a different spot each time that you're gonna print it. And we don't want that. I'm gonna adjust the material size to A4 because I'm obviously printing on an A4. And it will just look like this, which is fine. I'm gonna click on continue. And basically what it does is it's gonna give you the option to send it to printer. So I click send to printer. And it will show you that it's gonna put marks on your paper, which is fine because we need those marks to cut. And then we're gonna click on next. This is the printer that I'm using. I want 1 copy. I don't want to add bleed, and I do want to use the system dialog. So if I click on print now, it's going to open up a window behind your Cricut design space if you're looking for it. So here I can just check all the settings that I have for my printer. So I do the A4, I do media type photo, quality best, 1 page, and that's basically just a little bit of the basics. And then if I click on print, it's gonna print, but I don't have any paper in my printer yet. This is the sticker paper that I'm using right now. It's a very random sticker paper from Amazon, and I'm actually not too happy with the paper yet, but for now I'm just using it. So we're gonna take one of these. Here we have one of the sheets, and we're gonna put it in the printer. Make sure it fits well. I'm going to click on print now. This is the first print of the stickers and they turned out so pretty. The next step is laminating the stickers, and I use the Avery laminating sheets, and this laminating sheet is to put over the sticker so that it has a second layer and it doesn't damage as fast. It doesn't damage the design as fast. These sheets have a peel here part, which makes it a little bit easier to laminate them. As you can see on the print, it has these corners, and then this one will indicate that this is the top part of the sheet. I have this little tool that I like to use just to make sure that there's no dust on here and that I'm not laminating any dust. If you're gonna laminate your stickers, you need to make sure to stay within those corners. And you should avoid trying to put the laminating sheet on those corners, because if you do, then the Cricut might not be able to read it well. So I'm gonna cut up my laminating sheet to make sure that it fits in between the lines. I cut it precisely for it to not cover any of the black corners. It didn't go too well because there's a little bit of dust here, and there's also a piece of paper or something that I think came off from this in between here. So that means that this one and this one I probably cannot use already, but that's fine because I always need some stickers to make content with and stuff, so that it doesn't matter if there's some of them that I cannot really use. The next step in the process is putting the sticker paper on the cutting mat. You have to do this precisely because I've noticed that if you don't do it too precise, it can also affect the cuts. The cutting machines are very precise work, so there's a lot that can go wrong with cutting your own stickers at home. That's basically just the risk of it all, I guess. You want to make sure that the top part is facing this way and also that the line is aligned with the white lines on the side and on the top part. I think this is perfect. Going back to the Cricut design space, we can now confirm that we printed it correctly. So I click on done. And then it says machine is not available. So I'm gonna try and connect it again because I just turned it on. I forgot to turn it on. So hopefully it will connect. Machine connected, perfect, continue. And then it says set base material. And this I found one of the hardest things to figure out because you have a lot of different materials that you can use and I have no idea what everything means. But if you go on the Cricut website, you can actually see what each material means and the pressure that it will give you for the cut and what type of cut it's gonna be and if it's gonna be multi-cut or not. So basically what I did is I tested a lot of the cuts that I thought were gonna be the ones for my material. And you can just adjust. If you have a certain cut and it doesn't work out for you, you're just gonna search for the next cut that has the right pressure for you. I actually wrote it down in here because I knew I was gonna forget it. I'm using the printable sticker paper white. So for my sticker, I'm using the printable sticker paper white and I'm clicking the pressure to be more. And I believe that this is the right setting for my die cut sticker. And then next it will say load into the tool. This needs to be done very precise as well, otherwise it's gonna ruin your cut. Now it's gonna do a test to see if it's placed correctly. For me, if it starts stuffing up on this side like this, I feel like that doesn't work, so I'm gonna do it again. Now we're gonna put it in here again. I feel like it's crooked again. Oh no, it's fine. Okay, we're gonna cut it now. I need to make sure that there's enough light on here. Otherwise it's also gonna do a weird cut. So I'm gonna open my curtains. Which made the room a lot more lighter and it makes it for the Cricut easier to see what it's doing. So the last step is basically click and go. I'm gonna click on go down below here and now it's gonna start preparing, which means that it's first gonna start reading all the lines, all the black lines. It's gonna read to see where it needs to cut. It looks like it cut well, but I'm not sure if it's all the way through the paper. Did it become a die cut sticker or do I have to cut it once more? That's most of the times the biggest struggle because right now if I'm gonna take it off, I'm pretty sure it probably didn't cut through. So then it's not a die cut sticker yet and I need to cut it again. But let's see. Yeah, it's not cut through at all. Did I use the wrong setting? Let me check. Printable sticker paper white, printable sticker white line printing. I think I used the wrong setting because I used the printable sticker paper white and I actually had to use the printable sticker paper white gray liner printing. which is why it didn't cut all the way through. So we're gonna do that one again. I'm gonna click on the printable sticker paper white gray lining this time. And then click, I will keep it on default because I don't need to do more because I already did a first cut. So it doesn't need more pressure. And then we're just gonna load it in and do it all over again. One thing is for sure, making stickers, die cut stickers or sticker sheets at home is a lot of work and a lot of trial and error. And that's why a lot of people also opt to just get it manufactured by someone else, because that saves them a lot of time. They just need to make designs, send them in, and then they can expect quality stickers. But for me, I think making the stickers at home is the fun part, and also because I'm a small sticker shop, I don't have a lot of customers, so outsourcing it right now is just not in the budget. And also, I'm not sure if anyone is gonna buy such bulk if I outsource it. So I just like to make it at home and just make a few pieces, and I can make a lot of designs and make them at home whenever I want. So I feel like that's the advantage of making your own die cut stickers at home, but then you do come across with a lot of difficulties. Ooh, I think we need to do a third round, unfortunately. It did came out, but not fully. So half of it is still stuck to the sheet and half of it isn't. So I did have to put the more pressure instead of the regular pressure. This is very unfortunate. So we're gonna do a third cutting round. And this is honestly just the reality of it all. It's not gonna work in one go. Okay, we're back with the third time. I hope this one is the final one. Ooh, we did it. Oh, it's slightly stuck, but I'm just gonna pull it. It's our die cut sticker. Amazing. How cute. The lines are very nice and sleek. And also because I'm using a thick sticker paper with the laminating sheet, it's also kind of a sturdy, nice sticker. So I feel like this is the quality that people would definitely pay for, hopefully. Okay, so we have this. So what's important to keep in mind when you're cutting the stickers is that you need to know your material. I'm using pretty thick sticker paper, and with the laminating sheet on top of it, it's even thicker, which is why it needs so much pressure to cut, and it doesn't just go right away in the first cut. Regardless, I do think that we did the stickers really well, because something that is even more annoying than not getting it cut all the way through is if it's cutting off center. So right now I can tell that it cut precisely as I wanted. The white around it is just how I drew it, and what I had previously is that it would cut maybe more to the left or maybe more to the right side, and it would cut through my design. So this is actually perfect. And that's basically how I make my die cut stickers at home. I hope this was a somewhat useful tutorial for you guys. I feel like I was just all over the place, but let me know if there's anything else you want to see about my sticker shop, and I will try to make a video. For now, this will be it. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next Sunday again. Bye!